Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mystic Path. I'm going to do a pick a card reading here. The question is, what's coming up for healing? Okay, group 1, 2, 3. Quick disclaimer, if you see my arms, don't anyone worry. I just did a platelet donation today, and so that's why I'm all wrapped up. I'm fine. Everything's fine. So whenever I do it after platelets, people always comment. So I just wanted to bring it up. We're going to, like I said, this is going to be pick a card. What's coming up for healing? Interesting. I felt called to bring all blue crystals as the choices because I did a reading yesterday for the collective, and like all the cards out of like 5 different decks all came up blue. And so I'm feeling like the energy is very blue and watery and right now. So because I felt called today to pick out of all these crystals, all these blue ones. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, group 1, blue calcite. Group 2, blue celestial stone. Group 3, lapis lazuli. Okay, so two. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We have Bridget, Creative Spark, Goddess Bridget, card number 8. She's supporting whatever issue this is that's coming up for healing. Looks like nurture. Looks like nurture, evolution, and the 2 crystals, garden quartz. There are worlds within you, and black tourmaline, transmutation, which makes sense with this evolution card. And again, look at all blue and very flowy. We got some DNA, right? Transmutation has to do with, clearing things out on a cellular level. And this card has helixes. So interesting. Okay, so what I'm getting, what's coming up for healing here. Okay, what I'm getting is that something is sparking you to change. You're feeling this need to move and change, and evolve, level up is what I'm hearing. And nurturing is going to be needed at this time. Be kind with yourself, be forgiving with yourself. Okay, there are worlds within you. Transmutation. I feel like, this is saying to level up, you need to go further within and start dealing with any issues that may be holding you back, right? We all have traumas. We all have bad patterns and habits we learned in childhood. I'm feeling called to say we're not responsible for the programming we get as a child, but as an adult, we are 100% responsible for fixing it, for changing the programming, for healing the things that hold us back, the fear, the anxiety, anger, whatever it is, toxic positivity, right? Whatever it is, you have to figure out for yourself. But what I'm hearing here is nurture yourself, be forgiving to yourself. Don't be afraid to, take a beat. If you need a beat, take a beat. If you need a mental health day to crawl up in a ball and cry, do it. That's a great release, by the way. Done it many times over the years. If you just want to take a day to like self-care, pedicure, baths, whatever it is, don't be afraid to do that. I'm hearing nurture is going to be very important. We're going to see this goddess. She's supporting you in healing this and moving through this evolution and transmutation. So let's see. This is the Goddess Power Oracle. Love these cards. They're beautiful. So let's see what she has to say. Card number 8 for anybody who is into numerology. Okay. It says, and by all means, if you get messages by looking at this card, take those messages, because that's your higher self and your guides. So if you look at this card and you're getting specific messages, take those. All right, it says, inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time. When you are so in tuned, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairy, where all that glitters really is gold, and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. The fiery Celtic goddess of creativity calls you to play in the artistry of your life, your work, and your loves. She is whispering her sparkling music deep in your soul. Are you listening? And then it says, sometimes you can get into a creative slump and you feel frozen in midair, unable to move in any direction. Perhaps you are unsure of the next step with someone new, or a project becomes a looming behemoth in your mind and you can't think of anything to say in a social moment. Maybe you think all your best ideas are gone. Bridget offers you the alignment task of moving your attention away and remembering what it was like when you were little, when you finger painted and drew stick figures and played with your pals in the sandbox or playground. What moved you and lit you up then is the same creative spark that can move you now. Playful curiosity is what is called for. Don't take yourself or your current conditions too seriously. It's time to be free from the burden of expectation you've set upon yourself. Don't try so hard. The triple goddess of the hearth, the forge, and inspiration brings all her aspects together to help you sparkle. So, okay, while I was reading that, I was getting a couple messages. I was getting a great way to nurture yourself is through artistic expression, okay? And also I was getting what I was saying earlier, right? Is that you're changing. You're going to be changing. You're going to be starting a new cycle. The people in your life that are there now might not be the people around you in 6 months from now, right? Because not everybody grows at the same rate. So what this is saying is like, let that spark inside of you lead. Let your intuition and your curiosity lead for a little while here. It will help make this evolution a much smoother one. And again, do not forget to nurture yourself, okay? And because this is so about creativity, I have this great fun deck that, that somebody gifted me for the holiday. And I feel like this is a great reading to pull one of these cards. So just as an extra little bonus here, group 1, we're going to pull out an artist and see what message may come out. What artist has something to say here for group 1 about this evolution? 1, please. Just 1. Okay. got it. It's the top one here. Ooh. Sophia Calais. Put on a good show for surveillance cameras. Distance makes the heartbreak stronger. Invade neighboring states of privacy. Okay, let's see. Let's see here about... okay. Sophia Calais' media include photography, text, video, voyeurism, oversharing, and unlawful invasions of privacy. In one of her first projects, The Sleepers, she found 23 people to sleep continuously in her bed in consecutive 8-hour sessions that included them being photographed and interrogated. For The Shadow, in 1981, she had her mother hire a private detective who serendipitously followed Calais, unaware that she was aware. In Address Book, 1983, Calais called strangers from a found address book, asking about its owner and publishing the transcripts as part of an imagined portrait of the man who found out and freaked out. And for her 2007 Venice Biennial exhibition, Take Care of Yourself, Take Care of Yourself, Calais asked 107 women to interpret a breakup letter she received. The prosecution rests. Interesting. Okay, we learned something new today. So that's you, Group 1. Watson is trying to join us. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on up. I gotta move the cards, though, so you can get up here. He wants to participate. Sorry, everyone. Come on. You coming? Okay. Group 2, blue celestial stone. Come on, Bubby. Come on up. I come right here. Now he's up here on my chair trying to get pets. Look, I moved it so you can jump up here. Come on. Okay, Group 2, blue celestial stone. Sorry for the delays. He's just wants to participate. Come on up. Come on. There you go. Say hello to everyone. Hello. Okay, now sit, lay down right here so Mommy can do these cards. Thank you. Right here. All right, Group 2. Sorry about that. Our goddess is Mama Kocha, water. Okay, dude. Okay, you really just need to be that. Okay, scoot over here, please. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, my apologies, Group 2. Sensitivity. Oh, and so far, these are all green. Look at that. Star Seeker. And then we have the crystal Amolite, better with time. And the crystal Morganite, buddy. Buddy. Morganite, fill yourself. Okay. Okay. There is kind of a green theme going on here. Okay, do not rub on the camera. Do not rub on the camera, bub. Okay? Why don't you come lay in this spot that Mom... Thank you. There we go. I made this spot just right here for you. Lay down right there. There's a good boy. Yes. Okay, now let's give Group 2 their messages. Okay, see, there's these are all kind of greenish. Better with time, fill yourself, sensitivity. Okay, what I'm hearing here, Group 2, is what's coming up for healing. You're a very emotional person. okay? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm getting here, though, is you need to look to yourself right? I feel like you look to outside people for validation and love and approval. And what happens is you end up very heartbroken and disappointed when that's not satisfying, right? And that's because you need to fill yourself. You need to work on. So basically, what I'm hearing is you look for validation and love externally from the people around you. And then, but too much, right? Like, to some degree, we all want the people around us to love us and respect us and think highly of us, right? But you rely on this too much. And then what happens is when people disappoint you because they can't fill you up, you have to do that for yourself. You're very sensitive about it. And you like ruminate on it and you obsess about it and you then like people please over time to try and constantly seeking approval from everyone externally. And what I'm hearing is if you start filling yourself up, if you start looking to yourself for validation, and you can do that by setting goals and accomplishing them, and then you start to become proud of yourself. And then when you become proud of yourself, you start to like yourself, right? And then when you start to like yourself, you spend more time with yourself, and then you develop a self-love and you accept yourself, flaws and all, right? And so what I'm hearing is this sensitivity will get better over time if you start going within and working on loving yourself and validating yourself and being proud of yourself. What I'm hearing quickly, I heard, is you need to start dating yourself. So I don't know if that resonates, but let's see what your goddess here has to say. Mama Kocha, water, 33. Yes, buddy. We're so glad you're participating. Okay, let's read her. Mama Kocha. The world we inhabit began from the oceanic waters of life and the waters that surrounded us in the womb, both of which are the domain of the Incan goddess Mama Kocha. We are most attuned to the qualities of water as the element of water symbolically represents our emotions. Our emotions move us to make and perceive the world as we know it. The beauty in this truth is found by observing water in all her properties and forms. Water is fluid and passes through cracks and flaws in the ground without stress, moving around obstacles and patiently wearing away the most jagged rocks until they are smooth and gleaming. Water ebbs and flows, comes and goes in a powerful rhythmic motion. Okay. Let me read it, Bubba. Water ebbs and flows and comes and goes in a powerful rhythmic motion as the seas and ocean reveal their promise of release and return. Water rises up from the ground and seeds the clouds and then rains upon the earth to ensure growth and sustain life. Water turns to hard ice and blankets the world in a protective shell, even of soft snow, allowing the dormancy of life to herald a time of dreaming. Then the ice melts and the cycle begins again. The answer to your question lies in determining what form of water reveals the condition of your life, and then recognizing the next evolution of your life's potential. If you are in an ebb, you can expect a flow. If things are temporarily frozen, soon they will melt. If it seems that your world is too wet and temporary shelter is needed, you can expect new growth and sunny days ahead. Mama Kocha reminds you that the waters of your life are perfect as they are now, and just as perfect in the way they will evolve. Unlimited potential is revealed when the goddess comes to visit. Yes, Bubby. And Watson really likes Mama Cocha. I mean, you show off. He acts like he gets no attention, right? Okay, lay down, Bubba, because we got more. The alignment messages. Overwhelming empathy. Overload has opened up a tidal wave of emotions that feels like it's threatening to engulf you. Feelings are unruly now, and you may discover that it's difficult to control them as you project their shadowy fears onto the screen of your life. The goddess Mama Cocha says that your task now is to detach, step back, and allow your feelings to pass through you like water, without judgment or disapproval. Let your fears be washed away with self-love and understanding. The world can be a chaotic place, and uncertainty can create instability where people will act out in incomprehensible ways. Move to higher ground, say no to engaging, and wait. Now is the time to respond when you feel ready rather than react in the heat of the moment. Let the goddess Mama Cocha's waters of life hold you up and surround you like the fluid did in your mother's womb. Let love be that water. Okay, that's good, group 2. That's good. Look at this. You're just hilarious. You're giving everybody a good view of your back end. Bud. Silly. And again, group 2, really quick, Morganite and Amolite are crystals that are going to help you with this issue. Okay. Okay, can you scoot over just a little bit so Mommy can do group 3 here? Group 3, lapis lazuli. I mean, let me just scoot your butt. You're fine. You can stay there. Just... there we go. There we go. Right here. Give Mommy all the rest of this room. You're getting hair everywhere. Okay, stay there, please. All right. Lapis lazuli, group 3. Again, apologies. But the messages are always really good when he comes because he's a Reiki cat, aren't you, buddy? Okay, come here. Okay, you've shown everyone. Okay. Okay, he's going to the window. All right, back to it. So, first, our goddess, Morgana, death and magic. Ooh. Release. Earth, nurture, nature. Over here. Come on. Everybody doesn't need to see your butt. And celestial quartz, becoming intimidable. Okay. Okay, I feel like group 3, you're at a new start of something here. But you need to release something from the past. Is there something you're holding on to, group 3, that you, from the past, that you keep replaying over and over again in your mind? I'm feeling that needs to be released for you to have this new beginning. I'm hearing get out in nature. You need to spend some more time in nature if possible. And let's read Morgana, Death and Magic. Let's see what our goddess has to say. Oh, Watson. Oh, Watson. You just desperately want to be in the thick of it today, don't you? Okay, can you come over here, please, so that they can see the cards? Bub. Come on. Oh, careful. I got a juice drink there, buddy. Okay. Okay. Again, apologies, folks. Okay, you cannot have this. There you go. There you go. Sit and lay down over there. All right. Cat hair everywhere. All right. Come over here. Thank you. Morgana, death and magic. Consider your life a magical gift and your experience of it a beautiful opportunity to leave the world a better place. You give that gift back when death comes and ends your time on this plane. Experiences, relationships, projects, and even long-cherished dreams are all subject to the natural laws of death and the magic of the Celtic goddess Morgana. Now is the time for you to let certain parts of your life die and recognize this process as something to celebrate as well as to mourn. Let go with love and gratitude. Leave your fears behind, for in death there is great magic, as nothing can ever truly be destroyed. From the ashes of the old, a new life and new dreams will come to be. Face this time of dying and death with love and courage. Be willing to be empty. Soon the goddess Morgana will fill you up with magic, and a new world will be born for you. This is her gift for you when you surrender your resistance and allow things to be as they are. Magic is everywhere and in all aspects of life, including death, dying, and decay, and what is dark and hidden deep within our very natures. Yet in our modern culture, we spend so much time in denial, concocting ways to avoid death, refusing to allow nature to be true. We've lost so much wisdom as a result. You're being invited to address the areas in your life that will no longer serve you and that need to die, without a promise of what will take its place. Do you need to walk away from someone, a way of behaving or thinking? Like the caterpillar who has no idea how to be a butterfly, you must surrender to the process of metamorphosis. You must make room for the miracle while at the same time not demanding certainty. The magical death goddess Morgana offers you the alignment task of self-inquiry. What death are you resisting right now? What darkness do you need to bring to awareness? How has fear ruled your choices? Who could you be if you had the courage to look at life on life's terms? Your magic is so much stronger than you think. You can do this. Your dreams depend on it. Morgana will be with you every step of the way. Okay, so this is what I was getting just a very, very brief, quick message, and now all these cards make a lot more sense, right? Like you need to let something go that's not serving you and not helping you grow in your life. And once you do that, you're going to start this new cycle. And getting out in nature is going to help bring you clarity, because, nature is all about the cycles of life and death. And just so everyone knows, when I'm talking about death, that doesn't necessarily mean a person's going to die. That means a new beginning, a change. Something in your life may die, right? A relationship may die, a job, a project. But a new start will come if you can just let the process happen and release it and trust that the universe will unfold your next steps. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And celestial quartz will be very helpful while you're working on this issue. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope this video was helpful and the Watson, the mystic cat over here, wasn't too disruptive. Thanks for tuning in.